Hey, let's get right into your reading. Let's see what you're getting. I'm getting a lot. I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm getting a lot about a past theft is coming to light. There's going to be a judgment, and I think this is an official person. They've been watching. This official person has actually been weighing everything very clearly. They're not being blinded by what they're being told. They're actually watching. They're seeing that this person was very jealous of you. This person was doing something behind your back, taking from you. And they were doing it because they were jealous of what you create, of what you manifest in your life. But this judge is not having it. They are going to be an authority in this situation. So let's get some clarity on some more about this judgment. Let's see. This theft. Thief. I kept saying theft, but this is a thief. And this has something to do with a relationship. So somebody could have been cheating. They were doing this kind of in the shadows, but it's now being seen. I like this, but this judge is actually between these two trees, observing this, almost like watching a movie. So this might have actually been observed, this thief coming in. They may have been coming, this sounds strange, but they may have been doing something behind your back, like having an affair or doing while you weren't home. And someone saw this, so there's evidence now. You've been very devoted to this person, you know, like they're the moon to your sun, or you're the sun to their moon, or vice versa. But they did not have good intentions for you. See, this bird is actually not alive, is unalived. And what I'm seeing here is this. Okay, let's just get, yeah, I'm not liking this. 7 of Stars, 7 of Pentacles. Keep you busy, keep you working, not seeing what's the forest through the trees. A lot of trees. And this is a mated pair. So you were very devoted to this person. You thought that you were twin flame. And what a lot of people don't realize about twin flames is that a twin flame comes into your life because they're matching your fire. And so yes, they probably were a twin flame, but they were here to teach you a lesson, not be with you, your forever person. I don't like what they have, you know. Yeah, this person is very restless. You might notice whoever this is being kind of uncomfortable. They can't sit still. They're flittering from one thing to the next. They may seem like two different people. See how we have in these two cards this divide here, like day and night. Like 1 minute they can seem like they're completely and totally devoted to you, and the next minute they're not. They're trying to escape. There's a third party here. They're trying to get out of this relationship, even if this isn't romantic, which I am sort of getting that it is. It doesn't have to be. It can just be something about your home, about your attention, about your energy that they are taking. Romance, yeah. Jealousy, romance, devotion. So this could have to do with a divorce. And if it hasn't gotten to that point, maybe they're seeing kind of the writing on the wall. So let's see. Romance. Very interesting. So they may have, oh, okay. See how in this picture there's a woman in yellow? So they may have met somebody and they weren't expecting it. Maybe when they were out, and this really changed their perspective. They all of a sudden really wanted this person. Maybe this person was giving them a lot of flattery, but they were doing this behind your back. And there is going to be a judgment, detachment. So yeah, this person might, because they want to escape. They don't want to be in this anymore. You might notice them being restless, seeming like always on the go, talking really fast, being very detached other times. So some moments they're like over the top because they want to make sure that you don't realize what's going on behind your back, because that wouldn't be good judgment for them. If they can get away with this thieving behavior behind your back, doing things, maybe there's something in a closet, or you hear something, see something, or something's missing, and that'll give you an indication that this might be for you. But okay, let's see. Too many cards. Okay, let's go to another deck and see what we get from, let's go places, because we have a thief, jealousy, judge, and romance. We have a lot of behind the scenes energy. Parking spot, parking lot. Yeah, like I said, this person may have met this other person in at a park. I kept saying that, but so it could also be a parking lot if I kept seeing trees and stuff. So this could be a parking lot that has trees. They met someone, and now they don't want you to know. Beauty salon, grooming, hairstyling, makeup, artistry, relaxing spa services. So again, there's this romance. So sometimes they may be over the top. Maybe they want to do things for you, and other times they don't even seem interested at all. Too many. I saw birthplace of things in government buildings. So maybe DC, Philadelphia. Something happened around July 4th. Or it's coming up, Veterans Day, 11/11, which to me is the twin flame journey. So this might have to do with that. The sea. Okay, so this parking lot might be near the ocean. This person might work at a beauty salon or a nail shop or somewhere that they do these kind of makeup, etc. Yeah, you're feeling that you'll know if this is your reading. If you feel like this person has been very detached, sometimes they're just overly attentive to you, and other times they could seem to care less. So let's see. I'm going to get these past life. That romance card just flicked across the table again. Yeah, you're not, they have like a bee in their bonnet. They do not want what they're currently in. I think this is going to come to light no later than like December 1st or 2nd. It may even be sooner than that. It could be the 12th of this month of November. And if that you're watching this at a different time, just, just think about that in relation. Okay, let's see. Lessons and blessings. I almost wanted to make this sing-songy like a song. So they've been in relationships and stuff in the past, and now they're realizing that they're not feeling the same way about you anymore. And so this kind of is making them feel like they're getting another opportunity. Like, okay, last time I stayed with somebody that I wasn't feeling things for, and now I've learned that lesson. And so they see this person as a blessing. And I keep saying blessing, not blessings. So I'm not sure why that's coming out. Let's get some clarity. Memory. Yeah, this person is reminding them of feeling young. Of feeling vital, because what I got here is restlessness. They're kind of feeling not like themselves anymore, and so meeting this person has made them feel like they are a kid again. Like they can just, like they're bigger than life. They can just be themselves, and this person will like adore them, not realizing here, this is kind of funny. This is a memory, but look, these are red flags. That's a little garbage can. And so this is very interesting. They're seeing this as a blessing, and they haven't learned the lesson. So they may have been in this position again of being kind of like, when they get restless or insecure, they go into a place where they look for other people to make them feel better about themselves versus learning the lessons that time has supposed to teach them, which would give them actual blessings in their lives. But instead, they're now going, oh, you know, and this is very interesting. See how this crow is all iridescent looking? So that, yeah, this memory of themselves is like them seeing themselves as so much better than they actually were, but it's in retrospect. So they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't see how great I was back then, therefore now I'm going to act that way now. And when they're feeling like this restlessness, they're causing upheaval. So you might notice, like I was saying, sometimes they're really nice, caring and loving, but then you think things are going fine, and then they cause upheaval. Nests here, eggs, this is in the home, this is the roots. So they may be picking at you. They may be like honing in on things that they know you're insecure about. And they're doing this because they don't want to look like a bad guy. Ship. Yeah, the ship sailed. For them, they're already gone in so many ways. I saw a ship in the detachment. They've already detached. They've already moved on. Like, you still think that they're there, but they have like moved on from the situation. So let's get some cards, tarot cards to, oh, and I just saw at the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, which is the judge. So just be rest assured, you know, this is for your best and highest good. It's going to make you feel sad though, because you did put everything into this. Like here, you know, you may want to feel like you need to rest and stuff like that. Her dress looks a lot like this nightgown. So like I said, I think these people are romantically involved, or they want to be. Maybe this person hasn't done that, and is seeing, you know, calling it, you know, just friendship or whatever. Oh, and then Strength reversed. They're not resisting. They want things to go easier. They want to be the everything to you. The problem is that their idea of who they are is like inflated. It isn't, you know, it isn't real. It's like they want to think of themselves as greater or more elaborate, more special than they are. So they're definitely not working on resisting this. This feels kind of like they're like okay, well, this feels great, so I'm gonna go that direction. The Devil. Yeah, they've really gotten in their devil energy. And I don't normally talk about a lot of other people's feelings, but in your life, this is definitely coming up. This devil energy. They don't want to resist. They are not even trying. They're not even trying. But like I keep saying, this is going to come to light, and no matter how, oh, yeah. See, they think you have no idea that's going on, but you have a suspicion. Like, I mean, trust yourself. This is just confirmation. So let's see if we can get some, let's see if there's anything else. Anything else? King of Swords. You're going to have to cut the crap here, because this, here, you got the Nine of Swords and the King of Swords. There's 10 swords now. This is going to be a complete and utter ending. There's no way to come back from this, because they've already left in their head. They've already, you know, moved on in their head. They're just like looking at, okay, I do this and this today, and I do that and that. And this is also Aquarius in 11. So like I was talking about November 11th, that twin flame journey. This isn't fun for them anymore. See, and the King of Swords is also Aquarius. So you're going to have to be more analytical about this. This is not about you. I don't want you to take this personally. This person, when things get a little too hard, they cause problems. They focus on the negative versus seeing the opportunities. So like if a fresh new cup comes in, they're like, ooh, you know, I don't have to put in all this effort. There's not this baggage attached to it. I don't have to do the work. And what that means for you is that you get left holding the bag. But like I said, somebody in authority is watching all this. They're like, you shouldn't be treated like this, and they're going to make a judgment. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that wants to, before I move on to what we're not seeing. Yep, okay, so here's some more water. Here's another ship in the background. You need to really be light on your toes and focus on yourself. If this person tries to get you uneven, agitated, they're trying to get you to be the one to end this relationship so that they don't have to look like a bad guy. Because I can guarantee you, within a very short period of time, if you guys end this relationship or when you end it, they're going to all of a sudden have somebody in their life. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, that was there all along. So don't feel bad about that. Like, if you don't want to keep this up, if you don't want to keep in this thing, it's okay to end the relationship or not. And this could not be romantic. This could just be somebody who's very in your energy. This could be a parent, a sibling, a friend, anyone that's really close to you that you've noticed that is acting a little odd. So they feel like they're destined to be with someone else. Like their destiny is just so great. Like they are just so amazing and stuff like that, and you don't appreciate them. And so they're seeing that the only way they can be happy is to be released from this awful, terrible relationship. And I'm not getting the impression that it is. But let's get some clarity on your relationship. Okay, I'll use these cards. The World. Yeah. See, like, I get that you're a very nurturing person and you really put people ahead of yourself. And so this person really doesn't like that. They kind of see, they have kind of a dark streak, a selfish streak, death. Yeah, this is over. I'm so sorry. It may feel like your world is ending here. See, with the death and the world here, it may feel like your world's ending, but actually what's happening is this toxicity is being removed from your life for your best and highest good. Fish, seals, pelicans, sea turtles or turtles in general, cats, large cats, and definitely any birds, crows, ravens, etc. Definitely water. My throat just went. So water, you know, this person's super dramatic. I'm getting this whole thing like they feel like so unappreciated. They feel like they're drowning in this relationship. They feel like you're unfair and you're just too hard on them and you're judging them, and it's kind of gross. I mean, it's very, very, very selfish energy. Okay, that's way too many. They may, I just saw, I forget what card that is, but it's got a family and they're in front of a cradle and she's pregnant. They may feel like they're trapped in this relationship as a parent, a friend, or a partner, child, it doesn't matter. Okay, the Knight of Swords reversed along with the Four of Wands reversed. So the Four of Wands is about your home. It's about your relationship, your foundation. So things are in upheaval right now. See, here's more water, and this is coming in, but it's coming in like an undertow. Like I said, pay attention to the restlessness. Pay attention to the switches. the changes in personality, because there's something more going on here. This person is trying to put it on you to dismantle the home, dismantle your lives, or change in a way so that they can be happy. But what I'm saying is that you guys are not on the same in the same body of water. I mean, like, it's almost like they're very tumultuous here. The boat, the sea, the Knight of Swords reversed. They're not being clear with you. I mean, I think if they were clear with you that they don't want to be in this anymore, but like I said, they don't want to appear like the bad guy. So they're not going to be the one who steps forward and says, oh, you know, let's work on this, because they don't want to work on it. They want you to accept them for exactly who they are, no matter what they're doing, no matter how it's making you feel, no matter if it's enough for you or not, no matter if they're putting effort into their appearance or being the kind of person you want in your life, or, you know, putting in as much effort as you. They want you to stop complaining. And they've found someone else, even if they've not acted on it. Let's see if they have, though. Four of Pentacles, Veil 4. Tempts thieves to steal, serves as an excellent familiar. Yeah, so that you got thief at the beginning, and then in these cards you got tempts thieves to steal. So the universe, actually, you have guides. You have strong guides, ancestors, who gave this person an opportunity to get away with things behind your back, do things. So they may have stolen money, they may be doing things behind your back with finances and stuff like that, but the universe, your guides, gave them this opportunity so that they would do it. If they, you know, it's almost like you're being given the opportunity to really see their true colors. So let's see what else we get here. That's very interesting that thief is the first card you guys got, and then this other tempts thieves to steal. And I kept saying thieves or theft. I kept saying theft. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles and Judgment. And you got the Judge at the beginning, the Judgment. So Judgment, Belial, I think that's how you pronounce it, distributes promotions and high offices, cause one to be liked. Yes, this person is obsessed with like having an, you know, just being accepted for who they are, no matter what they're doing. Like, they do not like being called on anything. And then Eight of Pentacles, Zagon. Turns water into wine and back again. Turns blood into wine. Turns any metal into legal tender coins. Makes fools wise. Yeah, like I was talking about, they want money. They want success. They want to be adored. And you're like, you're not really giving that amount of energy and what I need to feel adored. Maybe you should do more work. And they hate that. That causes a great deal of insecurity and anger to be told or corrected or be asked to do something. Wand intention. Yeah, what is their intention? I don't get it that it's great. Your intention is really good to be close to this person, and this person is trying everything they can. So what should you do? Here, let's get a few cards on what you should do. Eight of Swords. What I get here is you should just, you know, pretend you don't see it. Like, let them make their bed. If your ancestors and guides are telling you to let them make all these mistakes, you don't have to give them your time, but you don't need to throw it in their face. You don't need to tell them. You don't need to be the one to give them a laundry list on how they're acting. They're quite aware of it, but they want you to stay tied up within your own mind, you know, like internal, so that you can't really move forward. They want you to feel bad about this so that you'll relent or be the one to leave so that they can feel better about this. Maybe the person they fell in love with is you from the past, and they're expecting you to go back to it. So that every time you know, show that you're not happy with something or something, they dream or fantasize about you from the past. Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're moving away from this. So the universe is telling you to turn your back on any sort of reaction. Stop giving them attention. See, here is just a very little bit of water. And, you know, and this person's not in the water. They're moving away from the emotions. And here's the sun and the moon, like I was talking about. That duality of what they want. They want you to illuminate. If they're the moon, they just want to stay like mysterious and hidden and do very little, and then have you stay in your head and do all the emotional work, all the thought process, make it better, let them go. And I was getting, before I started this reading, a really, really strong download that the 8-8 portal, which was August 8th, now us moving into the 11-11 portal, is very important. Like, I want you to look at pictures or journal entries or things that you watched. Something is very important from August 8th to 11-11, November 11th, that's going to give you information on something. You're going to see something. You know, focus on nurturing yourself. I saw the beauty salon, and I think that really has to do with focus on yourself. You know, just like if they act a certain way, don't communicate more than you have to, because you really need to focus on you. That's what they're not expecting, is for you to be completely, tower. So as you do that, it's going to really cause them to freak out, because what are they going to do to cause problems and do all this if you're not reacting? Okay, so let me see if there's anything else. I'm going to ring the bell really quick to clear the energy, because this was an intense reading. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And get out in nature. Get out in nature, be around trees, clean out your closets, clean up your house, really focus on your own well-being. You know, take a salt bath, take a shower, put some salt in there, just get that steam going, use some sound vibrations, do all those things that'll really focus you. Every single time that you feel triggered, I'm going to ask you to, in your head, count to 5 slowly, but actually keep counting until you can calmly respond. If you can't calmly respond, then go somewhere else, because they really, really want you to react. Like, really, 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 really. Oh, and I didn't say this, but I am clear, but you're gonna have victory. Yeah, like I said, there's gonna be a judgment and you're gonna have victory, but you're going to have to use these red flags as like kind of notches on your bedpost, on your staff, of all the things that you've learned. The lessons are your blessings. So you've got this. I'm really, really proud of you. You know, keep up the really good work. And I'm Claire, your intuitive reader. And if you enjoyed the story, if you enjoyed this reading, please come back and like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on the little notification so that you know when I'm posting. And most importantly, you know, just be kind to yourself. So I love you. Bye.